The sun is on my side. I smile up to the sky. I know I'll be alright.
Oh boy, get ready for the comment section. The comment section is gonna get hated by these toxic the emoji movie defenders. It can show us that you cannot have your own opinion anymore because every time you give your own hot take and a lot of people give you attitude like what is up with today's generation? A lot of people is like going man child. Hello, everybody. My name is NH Studio Lounge Show, and you're the Kenyan Puffy fan. Please don't get mad at me, but I absolutely despise this movie. But if you enjoy this film, I gain your opinion. Opinion handle. But for me, I absolutely despise this movie, and if I ever defend the Emoji movie, I will not show my face in public from a John Wick fan because you already know how John Wick fan is about this freaking movie. Anyway, enough further ado. Let's get this over with. The Emoji Movie is a 2017 American animated comedy film based on the emoji, and I'll get to that in a minute. And of course, this movie is from the same director who brought you Liam Stitch 2, and of course, The Emoji Movie. And of course, Ego and Cover Panda, Awesomeness Secret. A Secret of Awesomeness, as I said. And he also did the animation of Kronk and New Groove, which I'm not a huge fan of Kronk and New Groove. I just think it's a huge step down to the others in the Groove. Yeah, I think Kronk and New Groove it's my second least favorite movie from 2005, but at least a lot better than Doom. Anyway, so yeah, when the Time magazine it did this article, they are saying that the Emoji Movie is in the work by Sony Picture Animation. I got one simple question. How on earth are you gonna do a movie about the emoji? The emoji, like like a little icon that you text to your family and friends. Yeah, you can make a movie out of it. Okay, who in my mind will see a movie about the emoji? Oh, I already know why. It's because we got to have money. Yeah, that's really a Sony picture in a nutshell, and it can show that this CEO from Sony Picture has lost his freaking mind. And when the first trailer came out and when the second trailer came out, a lot of people absolutely despise this movie. Not just Ghostbusters 2016 have the same hate as much as the Emoji Movie. Like Sony Picture Animation, Sony Picture, I don't understand what the frick's your problem, dude, because they was trying to give some criticism, but on sudden you just turn off the comment like a man child. Like I am so sick and tired that people is being like a man child. Like I do not want to see no Dan Sober 2.0 wannabe. Yeah, the Emoji Movie trailer got bad scratch basically because this movie absolutely ripped off Wreck-It Ralph, Lego Movie, and Inside Out. And of course, they ripped off the story called Smith's The Lost Village. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, how freaking dare you that you rip off the one of the storyline to the movie that came before the Emoji Movie? So when this film came out in the local movie theater worldwide, and every time I said that, it just make me want to make me want to make me wanna puke. Yeah, this film got hated, and that is really disgusting. And this film is gross as much as a burger. Yeah, this movie got a 6%, dude, that is absolutely terrible. And of course, this movie got a 36%. How on earth that Showgirl didn't get that rating? But no, they got a little rotten rating. Like that film deserves like a 0% because Showgirl is the worst, honestly, not just the worst movie from the 90s, but that is the worst movie I ever seen in my 24 years of my life. But I think this film is in the close second, or my close third, or my close five, Meta said. Yeah, yeah, it's bad enough that the Emoji Movie got hated on Rotten Tomatoes. And of course, this movie got hated on an IBD. It got a 3.5 out of 10. And of course, this film got 12 on Megascore. And this film got hated on Letterboxd. It got a one of the worst review from Letterboxd, which netted a 1.4. 1.4. Oh, come on. Frozen 2 on Letterboxd got a much better review than this piece of garbage. And sadly, this film was a commercial success. Okay, I was absolutely right. Honestly, I was doing the joke called "We Got to Have Money," and yes, they are doing this. Sorry, they are doing this film as for money. Let's check the Let's check the freaking box office out in the bag. So what do I grow this film? Sorry, this film made is 217.8 million, and domestically gross this film made is 86.1 million, and of course internationally gross this film made is 131.7 million, and this film have a production budget for 50 million, and this film made overall top box office for opening weekend domestically on a 24.5 million. So yeah, I'm really thinking the Emoji Movie beat Dunkirk. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, are you telling me that the Emoji Movie got some lot better make a profit more than Dunkirk? Oh heck no. Dunkirk, directed by Christopher Nolan, is a lot better is a lot better movie from 2017 more than Piece of Donkey Crap. And not just that, this movie got a Razzie. The Emoji Movie was a big winner at the 38 Razzie Award in 2018. It was taking home to Worst Picture, Worst Screenplay, Worst Director, and of course, Worst Screen Combo. Oh my god, man. And this film kind of got, you know what? I'm probably this film got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, I'm literally thinking Showgirl got way more winner more than the Emoji Movie, which is not saying a lot because this movie is absolutely terrible. Yeah, this movie got this movie got win for worst picture, worst screenplay, worst director, and of course worst screen combo. And especially worst picture of the year. Yeah, this film freaking deserve it because this is not how you do a freaking Emoji Movie, you son of a gun. Anyway, so what do I think about the Emoji Movie? Well, before I get to that, let me tell you my story of this movie. No joke, I saw this movie in theaters. I'm probably you guys have lost your pants. I'm probably you guys have lost your freaking mind by saying in a studio, how dare you that you saw this movie in theaters? Why not you want to saw Dunkirk, guys? I was I was too young to see PG-13 movie yet because I was a teenager, and of course I was in the family-friendly house, and that is why I'm in here right now. Yeah, I was originally going to see Dunkirk, but people said, you know what, part of this film didn't seem interested. Hey, how about you see the Emoji Movie? And I would be like, oh crap. I honestly don't want to see this movie in theaters, but I have to do it anyway because that was the time I like to see bad movies in theaters. And this is a huge final straw. I am not watching any bad movies in theaters ever again. Or else, number one, it will be a waste of money, and second of all, it will be a waste of your anger and waste of your energy. So thankfully, I went to saw some better movie from 2017 like Spider-Man Homecoming and Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 2, which those two films looks a lot better compared to this piece of donkey crap. And Thor Ragnarok is what? So it's a lot better than this piece of donkey crap. Yeah, I should have saw War of the Planet of the Apes. I rather saw with Tom sorry with Atomic Blonde, which is a GPQ because they have the scene in that movie when the lesbian go kiss. So yeah, I rather see that instead of seeing freaking the Emoji Movie. No, not the one from the hub. I'm talking about the movie that came out the exact same day as much as this freaking movie. So yeah, what do I think about the Emoji Movie? Yeah, I'm probably you couldn't tell about the title for this video. I absolutely despise the Emoji Movie. I already know that word is completely uncalled for, but that's the truth. I absolutely despise the Emoji Movie, and I stand for it. And I stand by that. And do I have any positivity I have for this movie? Oh heck no. If I get one more positive about this movie, I would not be a honestly I would not be a and honestly I would not be a DJ and I would not be a movie critic if I get one good thing about this movie. Well, I can say this, but the only good thing I like from my screening for the Emoji Movie is honestly it's not the movie, thankfully. It's had to be because of the short that play front of this freaking movie, which is that in the whole Transylvania short about puppies. Yeah. Yeah, you know, the show is all about Dracula is trying to give a puppy to that one kid, which I forgot the name, so I might rewatch the whole Transylvania movie, and then I'll get my review of it here pretty soon. Yeah, that is the only good thing I like the Emoji Movie screening, but ever since the movie was playing, I was absolutely bored out of my mind. I whipped my ticket, throw it in the garbage can, and I walked out of the theaters like, yeah, you already know you screwed this movie up big time, Sony, because you want to do this movie because of money, 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 money. Well, stop care about money. Care about your people, you son of a gun. Anyway, so yeah, I do not have any good thing about this movie. Honestly, let's went on this movie and give it one of the worst rating for Sony movie, period. Ever since Morbius, ever since The Smurf 2, and ever since Hotel Transylvania 4. Well, even those two movies like Morbius and Hotel Transylvania 4 came way before the Emoji movie, because the Emoji movie came out in 2017. Oh my god. And of course Morbius and Hotel Transylvania 4 came out in 2022. So that's all I'm saying. So the story of this movie is absolutely a rip-off to Inside Out, Lego Movie, and Wreck-It Ralph, and of course, Smurfs the Lost Village. Let's start with Inside Out, because the human character, come on, that's the type of human character that you found it from the Inside Out movie. Like, can you imagine that Riley Anderson watched this movie, and she would be so angry, just like Anger from Inside Out. Let's go to the Lego Movie. Yeah, Lego Movie rip off the the Lego Movie, because there was a one specific villain, which is a robot drone, and I gotta say that, but that is absolutely rip off to the one robot drone for the Lego Movie. And let's go to Wreck-It Ralph for a moment. Like, the Candy Crush is a whip off to Sugar Rush from Wreck-It Ralph, and of course, honestly, when you go back to Lego Movie, they completely rip off the one super character called Jailbreak. Okay, Jailbreak, that's the type of character that you found it in the warm up Boggy Band. And I gotta say this, but Jailbreak is absolutely a whip off to Wire Style. And I gotta say this, but this is Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out done bad. And of course, this movie that a whip off to the one in the storyline called Smurfs the Lost Village. Okay, that is a movie came way before the Emoji movie, correct? So how on earth that you whip off that movie and when you put it in this movie doesn't work at all when you put a storyline just like the Smurfs the Lost Village. That is stupid. And this film have a product placement. I have to despise some movie that have product placement, and I do not want to see a live action adaptation of Jim Neutron that have a product placement. Ugh. Because can Hollywood stop making these movies by having product placement? Like, these product placements do not work at all. It was fail in the World of War 2025. It was fail in some of the movie, like Gabby Fake House and all that, etc. Like, honestly, you already know that Shrek 5 is going to be it's going to be suck Major Donkey Ball, because that make me want to push away Shrek 30 even more. Anyway, and the character of this movie. The character of this movie is absolutely terrible. Like, Gene himself, this is the worst character in this movie, because he is absolutely annoying. He is the worst character that TJ Miller ever did. But I think Hi-Fi is way worse than Gene, because at least Gene is way more tolerable than Hi-Fi. Hi-Fi won't shut the frick up. Like, this is the main reason why I'm not a huge fan of Jane Corden. Like, the only thing I like from Jane Corden, which another Late Show, was sadly his Late Show came to an end, which I do miss his Late Show. I do miss it, guys. And of course, he was in one of the movie, which I think is a guilty pleasure, which another Lost in the Wood by Disney Company. So, yeah, Disney Company was involved for that movie, and yeah, that film is the only good thing that Jim Corden ever did. But ever since that, he was terrible in Peter Rabbit. He was terrible in Smallfoot. Even that film is guilty pleasure, but that's the only thing I did not like from that movie. But yeah, I think him as Hi-Fi was a huge final straw for this. For this Jim Corden nonsense. And once again, Joe Blake, she is just a typical stereotype of cool girl, and she kind of and I hate to say this term, but she kind of like a Mary Sue, I think, because she's treating Jean like garbage, and she's treating like she's better than Jean. Like, I gotta say this, but Wyatt Style is a lot better than Joe Blake. And like, I'm not trying to be like Jimmy and YM by saying the word Mary Sue. Like, it is true, she is a Mary Sue. And of course, Myra. Oh my god. Man, Wendell, what the fuck are you doing in this movie? No, you're the same actress that you were in a Ant from Be Killer Sick. How on earth that we go to one of the best Ant of the Disney movie and she looked absolutely drop dead gorgeous? How on earth that she go to a drop dead gorgeous character from Disney, and now we go to her as a talking the Emoji movie to be as a villain? And this is what her voice sound like. Hello, I cannot be angry because I am Smile. I'm getting ready to take over the world. Oh my god. That is the worst Sony Picture animation villain since that god awful villain from Open Season. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Open Season villain. That's the only thing I did not like from that movie, because that villain, who is a hunter, I absolutely did not like that villain at all. And we got Patrick Stewart as a piece of poop. Okay, back it up. Sony Picture Animation, how freaking dare you that you cast Patrick Stewart as a piece of poop? is this how you follow up to one of your best performers in Logan? How on earth did we go to Logan and now this? That is absolutely disrespectful. And no wonder the Oscars just snubbed Patrick Stewart on purpose or because of this freaking movie. Like, he was awesome in Logan. But yet again, this film completely ruined his career. Yeah, he was ruining his career, and no wonder he didn't get nominated at the Oscar because of this freaking movie ruined his career. Screw this movie, screw this movie. And of course, the animation of this movie. Yeah, I already know that the animation of this movie that make people give appreciated, but I am sorry. The animation of this movie is bland, it's forgettable, it's the same animation as much as Lego Movie, Wreck-It Ralph, and Inside Out. Of course, it's the same animation, and I just do not like the animation. And the character design, I hate to say this term, but I'm doing it for the comedy purposes, but it just has to be one of these cheapest and laziest character design I ever seen for an animated film. Like, you want to know why this film is really a cheap and really lazy character design? Well, the character design. Honestly, Nicole, before you get angry, I'm going to tell you why I think this film is absolutely cheap and lazy. But having the emoji head with arms and legs and has some hair in it from a president of the United States, and boom, that's your character design. Please don't tell me that character design is absolutely cheap and lazy. And I gotta say that character is so cheap and lazy. And don't worry, Nicole, I'm saying it in a comedy way. Don't tell Andra about this because it shows that you guys are taking this joke way too seriously. Like, I mean, the quote from The Dark Knight from Heath Ledger Joker said, "Why are you so serious?" Yeah, why are you so serious, people? Quit being serious now. And of course, this film have a freaking product placement. Yeah, like I said before, stop adding product placement in your movie. Like, Chase hated it, and I hated it too. And product placement do not work at all, you man. The product placement of this movie. This film did Candy Crush dirty and make me don't want to play Candy Crush after this freaking movie. And of course, this film have audacity to ruin Just Dance. Okay, how freaking dare you that you whip off Just Dance? Just Dance is a lot better than this piece of donkey crap. And of course, this movie did a reference to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Right, there was a one sequence in the movie when Jailbreak and Hi-Fi running the Twitter birds, and oh my god. Ugh. And Jailbreak become a princess. Okay, that's absolutely rip off the scene from Wreck-It Ralph when Penelope become a princess. And I gotta say this, but even I'm not a simp for Penelope because she's a minor, and I do not care what Alex said. But I gotta say this, but Penelope as a princess is a lot better than Jailbreak. And yeah, in Jailbreak, you are not the next with me, and you never will be. And with me from K-pop Demon Hunter will always be better than her as Jailbreak, which Anna's a flame. So yeah, and so in same spark, yeah, she's a lot better character that played for Honor for Fame more than Jailbreak. And yeah, and honestly, you can say whatever you want about Sam from the Karate film. Even I'm not a huge fan of the second one, but I think her character didn't get ruined, and she still dropped dead gorgeous, and she might be the most underrated character from Sony Picture Animation. But here's my thing. At least Sam, she's not the whip-off character, and she's like a news reporter, and I absolutely love female who's really a news reporter. That makes them so drop dead gorgeous. But anyway, in Jailbreak in this movie, yeah, she's trying to be she's trying to be better than most of the Sony Picture Animation girl characters, and yeah, I gotta say this, but why it started for the Lego movie will always be better than this movie. Why? It's because her character is absolutely bop off to why it started for the Lego movie. And of course, the climax of this movie. I hate to say it, but I absolutely did not like the climax of this movie. And the fact is, I absolutely despise the climax of this movie. This just had to be one of the worst and one of the lamest climax I ever seen for Sony Picture Animation. If you want to know about this film, how it ended, well, let's check it out. Yeah, this is how this film ended. You gotta be kidding me. This film ended by having Gene give his last the emoji, and of course all the phone is back to normal, and of course they go to the prom and they did a dance sequence. Yeah. And you wanna know how this film end off? This film end off the dance sequence. Stop making your animated film to have dance sequence. That did not work at all. Like, Zootopia movie did a lot better than this freaking cringing the emoji pop. And I absolutely despise the emoji. I'm sorry, the emoji pop, because the emoji pop is the worst dance I ever seen. Like, I would do a cha-cha slide. Sorry, I would do a cha-cha slide, even I will broke my back. I for God's sake, cha-cha slide will always be better than the emoji pop. And of course, there was one sequence of this movie when Hi-Fi shaking his butt. Like, how on earth and how on Sitch that Hi-Fi have a butt? Like, I said it in Bernard Fan in his buddy live stream, which, yeah. And not honestly, and not just that, a lot of people absolutely despise this movie. Like Grace Runoff, she hates this movie. Even Chris Tucker and I hate this movie. Even Jimmy John hates this movie. Even Black Critic Guy hates this, so I hate this movie. Even the older Inside Out fan hate this movie. Well, until he defend this movie and he say screw the wall, like, man, screw you. And of course, this film got hated by John Wick fan. Yeah, John Wick fan put this film as the worst movie ever, and I don't blame him. Even Muddy Putt Fanboy hates this movie. Even Lemon Back hates this movie. Even Andre hates this movie. Even kind of Nicole hates this movie. And Nicole, please don't get angry at me, or because I'm using that cheap and lazy term. Like, I would just use it as a comedy purpose way. And what did Joker from The Dark Knight said? Why are you so serious? Yeah, quit being serious. So quit taking that joke way too seriously. It's getting on my nerves this way. Yeah, a lot of people, including me, absolutely despise this movie. And yes, there's some people who really enjoy this movie, like Legion Gaming and Uniking and Puffy fan. But I'm afraid that they're gonna tell me to delete this video and please don't wait on this movie, because waiting on this movie is absolutely cyberbullying. Okay, back it up, man. Back it up. So are you telling me that waiting on this movie is absolutely cyberbullying? It's just a movie, oh come on. It's not like I'm cyberbullying Alex for 100 hours, like for 24 hours. Like, waiting on this movie is not cyberbullying. Like, making death threat, that's cyberbullying. But waiting on this movie, that's not cyberbullying. Which, no offense of you guys, but you guys have kind of been opinion bashing to me. Like, I can have my opinion on Emoji whatever I want. And I will not freaking tolerate when I got in trouble last year when I did a one simple joke about the Emoji Movie anniversary. And yeah, I only know this is a new year, but people always stick at the past. And that's why I stuck at my past too. Yeah, screw the people who got me in trouble and called Legion Gaming and get on to me by making a one simple joke about Penny, grab a gun, and say, put this movie in the age. Yeah, honestly, it was just a joke. Honestly, it's not like I'm making death threat or these characters making death threat to the director. I'm not that type of person, you know? You know what? Screw this movie, and I'm not gonna say screw this defender, because I can handle people's opinion, but whether they're gonna die in Shogo, that's a different story. Anyway, guys, so I'm gonna give the Emoji Movie a 1 out of 10. It's the worst movie, and of course, this film is well deserved a absolutely trash. And yes, I decided to put a touch lady from Comedy Pictures, but this time it's Kaya's version. So I hope you like it, actually. Because there was one comment from Nicole saying stop using K-pop Demon Hunter and use a Comedy Picture lady. So that's why I give you a favor. So I might add with me into a different rating. Yeah, screw this movie in the anus, and I am so glad I went to saw a better film instead of like Cars 3. Even Cars 3 is not a good movie, but at least Cars 3 looks a lot better to compare than this. So yeah. And thankfully, we got a lot better movie from Sony Picture Animation. Like, I was scared that this movie will give some Sony Picture Animation out of business, but I am so glad that Mario Morales and Graham Stacy come up and saved the day by releasing to one of the movies that changed animation forever, which netted of Into the Spider-Verse. I am so glad that Into the Spider-Verse kicked this film in the behind at the box office. I am so glad, because this film deserves it. And of course, this movie had one of the worst soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack of this movie is absolutely terrible. And why this film have to whip up the song called "I Want to Feel This Moment"? Come on, oh my god, you just whip off the one song for the Lego Movie trailer. You know what? Screw this movie. I'm done. Anyway. So yeah, and even Black Note Comedy, he hates this movie, and even Matthew Davis, he hates this movie. Everybody in the universe absolutely despises this movie, and there was no positive about this movie. Well, unless of Unity and Poppy fan, and even Laser Minute Gaming absolutely enjoyed this movie. Like, if you enjoyed this movie, I can hear your opinion, but please don't give me attitude, okay? I don't like that. Anyway, guys, so screw this movie. This is the worst movie of 2017, along with the Justice League, 9/11 movie starring Charlie Sheen and Whoopi Gilbert, and last night we The Boss Baby. So screw The Boss Baby and the anus. And I never seen the 50 Shades Darker, and at this point, I'm not watching the 50 Shades trilogy. Like, that is really a P-Hub movie. Anyway, so tell me, what do you think about the Emoji movie? Do you absolutely hate it, or do you absolutely defend it and call it an underrated gem? Like, I can hear your guys' opinion, but please don't give me attitude, okay? I don't like that. And Nicole, please don't get mad at me because I was using that cheap and lazy term as a comedy purposeless way. And even Pastor McGeek said it too, actually. So me and Pastor McGeek was tell you it was just for comedy. Stop taking that joke way too seriously. And like I said, why so serious? Quote by Heath Ledger from The Dark Knight. So yeah. Anyway, guys, so stay tuned for my why I won't watch of the movie based on the video game, which is not Until Dawn. So I will be doing that when I come home from Hopewell. So here's my video schedule. Doing two, I'm gonna be downstairs twice this year. I'm just going to do a video like in the morning or nighttime. I think afternoon is a bad way to do videos. Well, sometimes I have some lazy day, but everyone is trying their best to get me downstairs more, and I am so glad I'm getting downstairs more, because if you want to stay in this house, you gotta do something. Like, please don't sit there in your bottom in your computer and do some stuff like you used to do. So yeah, and I'll be posting that anniversary and birthdays on Instagram here in a couple hours. So I won't be doing that until tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna be downstairs twice, and I gotta help out with my family. So yeah, I mean, family is a way more important than doing videos of you guys. So yeah, and on Monday, stay tuned, and on tomorrow, stay tuned for my live stream for my tune discussion, which is my episode 1 to my redo of Kim Possible. And please don't make that like to Bonnie or to make it something stupid. I'm not trying to say it as a bully way, but I was just saying as a fact. So yeah, if you want me to do a rant on whether they go to die, I'll definitely do one in October. Like, I cannot believe I'm talking about that freaking movie again. Ugh. Well, due to the fact that the original rant doesn't work actually. So yeah, and I have no idea what my next review or rant for Sony picture and for Sony month. So type in the comments section what is the next review and rant if you want me to do for Sony month. I think my next rant, which another I might do a rant on Hotel Transylvania 4 or Morpheus, and maybe I could do a rant on the Annie remake. And for my review, I might do a review on 28 Years Later, and even might do a review on Thanksgiving or No Way Home. I don't know. And I'm just gonna save my Cross the Spider-Verse redo review until for further notice until on January 31st, because that would be the best way to end off my Sony month. And of course, stay tuned for my rant on the worst finale in the history of television since Teen Titan, which is none other than the Seinfeld finale. Oh my god, nobody in my mind would see a Seinfeld character be in jail for nothing. And I am so glad I'm making that movie Imagination to retcon it. So yeah, and screw you, Sony, for not making Seinfeld as a huge conclusion. You just made that finale into a whimper. Anyway, guys, so yeah, I'm done talking about this movie, and this will be the last time I will be talking about this movie. And when this video get released, I'm not gonna speak to this movie. I'm not gonna mention this movie. And the fact is, I'm just gonna get this movie off my misery, and I'm gonna go to the way better movie. So yeah. So what is my next video I might do? Oh yeah, I gotta do a wild wolf watch of Until Dawn. Yeah, stay tuned for my wild wolf watch of Until Dawn, and I'm just gonna go to K-pop Demon Hunter. So yeah, and I gotta say that. But if you want to watch a way better Sony picture animation movie, guys, just do not watch the Emoji movie. Go watch this movie instead. Yeah, go watch this movie. This movie will always be better than this piece of donkey crap. Anyway, guys, so I'm just gonna keep this poster because I don't want to look at the Emoji movie anymore. So that would be the last time I will be talking about this movie. So yeah, and K-pop Demon Hunter will always be better than the Emoji movie, and that's really a fact. And if you don't believe me, look at Wikipedia. Anyway, guys, so this is NH Studio Lounge shutting off, and adios, and your gentlemen, ladies, have a great K-pop Demon Hunter and Demon Inside Your Soul in the Emoji movie. I gotta say this: go fake yourself, and Gene, go fake yourself too.
The world goes spinning round and round, it's true. We've had our time and now we're through. But you and I forever will be friends. We'll try to touch the sky where clouds never end. And we'll search for wonder all around. And you'll find me hanging upside down. And you and I together in a big, big world. We'll try to touch the sky in a big, big world. You have to go, I know it's time, so give me 5. This whole world is yours and mine.